Good afternoon, judges. We are
Youth Senior Social Enterprise.
I am Ying Hui.
I'm Kasim.
I'm Yan Yi.
I'm Jackie.
I'm Kimberly.
Youth Senior Social Enterprise is an independent youth group that proactively creates opportunities for youth and seniors to connect. We recognize the importance and need for elderly care during COVID-19. Youth Senior Social Enterprise aims to create a platform for seniors to showcase their skills and be creative at the convenience of their homes, forging a more fulfilling life through repurposing daily items. We are MVP tested and ready to market. Our target audience are retirees aged 65 to 75, living alone in a 3 to 4 room HDB flat. Early adopters are those who are actively looking for ways to keep themselves entertained and active. Market needs are elderly's want companionship, care, understanding, and support. It is a huge opportunity to target this market due to the rising aging population, increase in Singaporeans aged 60 and above taking part in lifelong learning. Elderlies are becoming more tech savvy. And lastly, social networks have also improved the well-being of elderlies. With that, we came up with our solution, which comprises of 3 parts. Firstly, Relife Workshop is a hands-on upcycling workshop. It teaches senior citizens to repurpose recyclable materials into a practical and usable product. This helps to elevate seniors' boredom and extract creativity in senior citizens. The second part of the solution is Senior Ambassador Club, where seniors can be the next workshop facilitators. Training will be done by YSSE and volunteers to build leaders and confidence for members of the club. The last part of the solution is Be Passion and Earn, where seniors can sell upcycled products on our e-commerce platform. This allows seniors to earn a small income and make use of their time more wisely. Our business revenue comes from workshop registration fee and product sales. Our go-to marketing strategies are putting up posters at CC, word of mouth marketing, and Carousel. Our competitors are Social Gifting, Terra SG, and Waso Simple. Our competitor has a strong social media publicity and is experienced in conducting workshops. However, they target organizations and are vulnerable to COVID-19. How we differentiate ourselves is that we promote intergeneration bonding, which promotes a more inclusive society and values compassion. Secondly, we provide ease and convenience. Workshops are conducted online, so this means that materials are easily found at home. Thirdly, we have a flexible workshop model, which is COVID-19 proof and also provides continuous support to seniors despite the pandemic. For traction, we'll be partnering with Boon Lay and Limbang Youth Network to tap on their senior network. We also use a customer-centric approach and lucky draw to entice seniors. How our business operates is YSSE will plan the workshop and then market it to volunteers and seniors. And for the e-commerce, is used for sales operation. We have to sell 14 units per month in order to cover monthly burn rate and a monetized setup cost of 11 months to break even. An initial capital of $805 will be needed.
The first problem statement, how might we alleviate elderly loneliness, is derived from securing data from a monthly survey of about 7,500 people aged between 55 and 75 by the Straits Times, which indicated seniors felt less socially satisfied and more isolated during COVID-19. Next, we interviewed seniors at Hougang, Boon Lay, and Limbang areas. Empathy interviews reveal seniors are not as lonely as they often go out and meet with their friends daily. They have no activities to do besides watching television and socializing. Therefore, many seniors feel bored instead of lonely. So we have changed the new problem statement to how might we keep senior citizens entertained and active, addressing their boredness instead of loneliness. Next, we took a step further and interviewed Mr. Johnny, an IC manager for Boon Lay Community Club, who looks after the elderly welfare at Boon Lay. He stated many community center programs for elderly have been cancelled or postponed, and he also acknowledges there needs to be more support for the elderly to cope with their boredom during the pandemic. Our empathy interviews validated that this is a real problem that needs to be addressed, so we use this as our final problem statement. Next, so for our demographics, our target segments are 65 to 75 baby boomers, which are mainly women who are retired. They either live alone in 3-room flats or 4-room flats. For our psychographic, they value freedom and are leisure-driven, and they want to pick up a hobby and fulfill a passion. They are willing to be deterred by issues caused by old age, and they enjoy upcycling as well. They have a strong desire to try out something new and are open-minded as well. For their needs, they do not want to feel bored, and they lack social connections and support. And they also lack mental stimulation as well. For their pain point, they have issues coping with boredom amidst the COVID-19 pandemic, and have to deal with the pandemic fatigue as well. Next, we have came up with a customer journey map consisting of 5 subcategories. Firstly, we have awareness, where seniors feel bored at home and want to find new activities. Then they discover a workshop through posters and word of mouth. Following up through evaluation, they realize they do have recyclables at home and thought it was interesting to repurpose it into something new. So they called up Youth Senior Social Enterprise to inquire more about it. Then we have a decision where they have decided to join the workshop and invite some friends along as well. Lastly, for workshop and post-workshop, participants will learn how to repurpose daily recyclable materials into something new and useful. And then following up, they can turn their passion into business by listing their products on our e-commerce website. Or they have an option to sign up as a facilitator as well to explore their creativity and host workshops along with us.
So from the ideation stage, we came up with many ideas. So one-stop activity bus and activity kit subscription box were our best ideas. So we combined both ideas into an entertainment bus for our first prototype.
So the first prototype is an entertainment bus inspired by those National Library bus and dental bus in schools. So our entertainment bus will have two decks. The lower deck will be for elderlies to sit down and socialize by playing games, while the top will be for sightseeing. So our bus is very inclusive with handicap lots and a ramp to make it wheelchair accessible. So the bus will pick them up at their house. So inside the bus, elderlies get to choose between activities like singing karaoke or board games and can socialize with other elderlies. So for the upper deck, it is open air for elderlies to enjoy the scenery. So bus will then stop at attraction points like Chinatown, Arab Street, and Botanical Garden, etc., where elderlies will be given 2 hours to explore the area. So when going back, elderlies can spend their time socializing with others and creating a community among them.
So we went to interview seniors for their feedback. They liked our ideas of sightseeing and moving around. However, concerns were raised of possible ride dizziness and the climbing of the staircase. Next, we interviewed Mr. Soon, who is a tour bus operator. He cited safety and cost concern for our bus modification. He also cited the unlikeliness of getting LTA approval, and our solution is highly vulnerable to COVID-19. Next, this solution is deemed unfeasible due to budget concern and also not being able to get approval. So we decided to change our prototype 2 into a subscription box to make our solution more feasible and COVID-19 proof.
Okay, on to prototype 2. We will have a weekly subscription box which allows them to discover what they are interested in. The kits will include materials needed and picture instruction cards with a QR code directing them to a demonstration video. After the first month, we will ask them about their interests and send them new activity kits based on their interests the next month. If they are bored with their current theme or want to extend their package, they can call the YSSE hotline to make relevant changes.
We went back to interview seniors. They say it was difficult to follow instruction as the wording is small. They want someone to guide them as they do the activity. Next, we interviewed Boon Lay CC manager and Limpang Youth Network chairman and an employee working in the Limpang office. They all have experience in taking care of senior welfare. Next, they say the solution keeps the senior mind sharp. However, they cite concern of seniors unable to keep up with instruction, and they also want companionship instead. Next, we decide to change our idea into a physical workshop to provide companionship and social interaction, addressing the social needs of seniors.
For prototype 3 is a physical workshop that teaches elderlies how to upcycle products. We also encourage them to bring their own materials. An example of how the workshop will be conducted is as shown. So from a plastic bottle, you can make it into a plastic broom. From jeans, you can make it into a pen holder. So after the workshop, DIY kits can be purchased to further keep elderlies entertained when the workshops are not conducted, and these DIY kits will be similar to what participants have done during the workshop.
So we went back to interview seniors. They enjoyed the workshop, however, they didn't show any interest in purchasing the DIY kit. They want more use and purpose in items they make rather than just keeping them at home. Next, we interview Mr. Siat, who is a workshop trainer, and interview previous industry players. Next, they strongly support our idea as we promote intergeneration bonding. However, they also cite the health concern for senior when we actually conduct the workshop physically during COVID-19. They suggest we can actually better fulfill their social needs on a daily basis.
Therefore, we have decided to change our prototype as they are not interested in purchasing the DIY kit. And we also want to promote community bonding and add more value to senior citizens. And we have also shifted our prototype to make it more COVID-19 proof. Moving on to prototype 4, it consists of 3 parts: Real Life Workshop, Senior Ambassador Club, and Repassion and Earn. For the Real Life Workshop, it's a 4-session online workshop conducted monthly. The purpose of this workshop is to keep elderlies entertained by teaching them how to turn rubbish into something usable and practical. Here's a video of how the workshop will be conducted.
we live, and thank you for taking your time to attend this workshop. We are an independent youth group that proactively creates opportunities for youth and seniors to connect.
So one problem that we are currently facing will be pollution. So pollution are caused by harmful chemical emissions that will be released into the environment during factory work or car vehicle emissions. So now we'll be going into our first workshop.
And then you can cut around 1 cm each.
You们都可以跟得上吗？
可以。
你好。
Sorry， 我比较笨，我还是不成功。Sorry， 谢谢，成功了 ，Thank you。
Thank you so much for joining us on the weekend. Yeah, stay safe. Bye.
Moving on to Senior Ambassador Club, this provides an opportunity for seniors to lead and facilitate workshops. Training will be given to them to help boost their confidence and build relationship with members, as they have weekly meetings to look forward to.
After participants attend our Zoom workshop, they can directly call or message the YSSE hotline if they are interested in selling their products. They will be added into a group chat where participants who want to sell their products will take picture and send it in the group chat. Participants can drop their products at the nearby collection point at the CC. Next, this is our e-commerce website where the senior citizens product will be listed on. Under the shop all section, the products that they made will be shown here. This is an example of the toilet roll coaster made by one of our senior citizens through here. Customers can click on the image to take a closer look. This is another example of our egg hearten flower that was made by another senior citizen, Moon Chun, and below would display the other products that is made by other senior citizens. YSSE will also promote their products on their Instagram site to attract more people to purchase their products. After people have purchased their products, YSSE will deliver the products to them by mail. The proceeds of this product will be split 50-50 with their senior citizen. Therefore, this allows them to earn a small income, spend their time more wisely, and explore creativity and fulfill mental needs.
So in conclusion, Prototype 4 is ready to be MVP tested, as our solution improves elderly mental state and slows down the deterioration of their cognitive function. We also build a community between youth and seniors. Linking Prototype 4 back to our problem statement, it has fulfilled the need for social network, social inclusion, and therefore all this improves the well-being of elderlies.
So for our MVP testing on communication channel, firstly, we use traditional media. So we actually paste poster at the CC, give out flyer at the letterbox, and also physically hand out flyer at public area. So secondly, we use digital media such as Carousel and Facebook. And lastly, we actually use word of mouth marketing. So we actually contacted our previous industry player, family and friend, and asked them to actually help us to spread awareness of our solution. So poster at the CC and word of mouth marketing are the most effective way for traditional outreach. So 24 people sign up for the workshop through our hotline and Google form. So participants attended told us that they know about the workshop through poster outside the CC and through various group chat. So Carousel is the most effective channel for actually digital outreach. So the Carousel post reached 12,000 users, while our Facebook post, despite being a paid advertisement, only reached 280 people. So we actually use Instagram to actually reach out to our volunteers. So this proved to be effective as 15 people actually sign up through our Instagram page.
So we found that they were pretty satisfied with our workshop and showed keen interest in our offerings. That's why 60% expressing interest in the Ambassador Club and 80% in the Be Passion and Learn program.
So for MVP testing for price, after our workshop, we actually had a short feedback session as well as a Google form feedback. And the participants stated they are willing to pay $8 to $12 for the Relief workshop. So we priced our workshop at $12, given that our material kits cost $4, our non-recyclable items cost $4, and our marketing expenses at Zoom Premium cost $4 as well.
To conclude, based on the various empathies interview, prototype, and MVP testing, we have concluded our solution to be workable as we achieve a sizable amount of participants for our workshop in a short span of time. And also we have gotten recognition from industry partners and also participants who are interested in our solution.
I have learned that different people have different strength and weakness. Some of us can't do things that others can, while some of us can do things others can't.
I have learned MVP is necessary as it gives business the opportunity to test a product idea and assess the business plan before we actually proceed to launch our business.
I've learned various ways to address the various elderly's needs in our current society and also various steps on how to start a business. I learned many ways, including MVP testing and prototype testing as well. Lastly, I learned that feedback is important as it gives us ways to improve.
One of my takeaways from this project is that very often our assumptions are wrong. We really have to be on the ground gathering feedback to really understand what our customers want.
Initially, we didn't expect anyone to turn up for a workshop. I realized that it's really about going out there and realizing your solution, because if you never try, you will know if it works.
Thank you.